of course, because we want to make sure that we get our message out to the world on the YouTube. So welcome, 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 everybody. We are so glad to
Hello,
have
everyone.
you with us. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here on the AMAs. It is Ask Me Anything with Robert Hollis, the amazing Robert Hollis. A few things before we get started. If you have a question, and that's the whole point behind Ask Me Anything, if you have a question for Robert, there's several ways that you can go about asking the question. It's very simple to type your questions in the chats, meaning in either YouTube or here in Zoom. Just type your question in the chat. We will ask it on your behalf. But what makes AMA so amazing, is that you get to actually ask Robert the question personally. And that is very easy to do by going into Zoom if you're not already in Zoom. If you're watching us on YouTube, you want to join us in Zoom, go to roberthollis.com/AMA and then click on the link there and you'll be brought over to the Zoom link and we'll bring you on in. Otherwise, go ahead and if you're in Zoom, look for the button at the bottom that says reactions. If it's not there, click on the more button at the bottom. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen. You'll see the buttons across the bottom. Once you get to that reactions button, then click on raise hand and we will call upon you in the order in which we receive your hand being raised. I see 2 hands already going up. Bill Shoemaker, John Tier. We are going to definitely get to you very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for being here. A couple of more quick announcements because we got a lot to get to today on this last AMA of 2023. First of all, big shout out to each and every one of you for pushing us over the 6,800 subscriber marker. We are at 6,801, which means we did it. We got it. 6,801 subscribers before the beginning of the new year, and we got more to go. And with your help, it's because of your help that we reached that milestone, and we're going to keep going and growing. And we appreciate you so very much for being to help us do this. And then, of course, we got to have a little saying before we get started, and I introduce the gentleman of the hour or 2 hours, as we depending on how we go. First of all, Robert, I love what you shared earlier today. You always share some great little memes. And this one, another classic. Complexity is your enemy. Any fool can make something complicated. It is hard to make something simple. Or, as we also like to say, kiss. Let's kiss. Keep it super simple. That's it. Let's keep it super simple. Let's have a fantabulous AMA. Ladies and gentlemen, what an honor, what a pleasure it is to introduce this gentleman and to work with him every single day. He is our guide, our mentor to success. He has helped 67 people become millionaires. Why? Not because he has to, because he wants to.
Yes.
That is the reason he does these for each and every one of us. So without further ado, let's get started with the amazing Robert Hollis.
Craig, the hostess with the mostest. I love and appreciate you so much, Craig. And it's so great to be on this AMA, the last one of 2023. And to really, hit this off with a bang here. I'd like to allow everyone to unmute themselves. And when you unmute yourself, let's all wish Craig Jackman a very, very happy birthday. So,
Happy
birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy
birthday!
And many
Happy
more.
birthday, Craig.
all right,
Happy birthday,
let's do
Craig.
it. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday
to you.
Love you, Craig. Thank you, Craig.
Oh my God,
And
you
many
guys are
more.
amazing.
And many
Loving,
more.
loving each and every one of you, and what a great way.
Oh, I muted.
It's okay. What a great way to celebrate the birthdays. Thank you guys so much. I love each and every one of you. You're awesome.
So yeah, it's always fun to make the person that's got the biggest heart that I know of emotional, and you guys can feel it. So he loves each and every one of you, and we appreciate him being a part of what we've been doing for years and how many millions we're going to impact from this. So normally I have something to say at the beginning of Ask Me Anythings, but I don't know anything better than what we just did. Is took one of the fellow inner circles and one of the fellow people and just give them all the love and wish them a happy birthday and many, many more years. So let's get to the AMA. Craig, over to you.
Okay. Oh my God, I got to collect myself because you guys just totally bless you. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so very, very much. For those of you here on Zoom and for those of you watching on YouTube. All right, we are here. Let's do this. We've got people with their hands up. Bill Shoemaker, you're coming up, but first. Oh, no, wait a minute. Bill, you were first. You were first. The order changed because I think Bill undid the hand. But anyways, I do remember. Bill Shoemaker, let's go ahead, get things rolling with the AMAs and the A-Amazing Robert Hollis and the A-Amazing Bill Shoemaker. Unmute yourself and please share.
Thank you, Craig Jackman. Happy birthday, brother. I love you so much. You're amazing. Thank you for all you do. Anyway, I did happy birthday to you. I sang it to you today on Messenger.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I love you for it. Thank you so very much.
The wedding singer doesn't have anything on me.
Oh, I don't know. I think you did a damn good job myself.
So anyway, I just had an aha moment in my meditation this morning that I wanted to share with all my beautiful people and you, incredible Robert Hollis, is in the 6-phase meditation, step 4, visualizing what your future is going to be like. Something that I was missing, and I had a download this morning, and it was an aha moment for me. And I was, envisioning how it would feel to have what I wanted, to be doing what I wanted, to be with the people that I wanted, that sort of thing. But one thing I was missing is how was I going to be myself? In other words, it doesn't really matter what you're trying to create. What matters is what you become in the world, right?
Yes.
So that's my aha moment. Just had to share that. And
thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Well, happy New Year to you. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. The first mentor that I had, Roger Penske, it was hilarious when he first said this to me. He said, Robert, do you know your common thought about everything is usually the exact opposite of what you thought? And I'm just like, wow, that was so interesting to me, because people always believe that, if I had money, if I had friends, if I had skill, if I had looks, if I had all these things, a good upline, a good teacher, if I had the right secrets. See, all of this, we know that if we had the right things, then that would allow us to do what we're supposed to do. And then we would become. And when you read the most successful books in the world, including the Bible, Quran, and it's like, no, you have to be. And through being, you'll do, and then you'll have. And it's like, nah, wait a minute. I have to have good parents. I have to have good education. I got to have good money. I got to have a good opportunity. I got to have all these things before I do. Nope. And so, the simple word faith, whether you believe it in a religious content or not, is faith is very simply stating something that is not as if it were. That's all faith is. So, not to get too religious here, but, words are powerful. And so when God said, let there be light, there was light. He didn't have light and then say with light, then I'll say there'll be light.
Right. I am that I am.
Yeah. So a lot of people try to do I am statements when this guy keeps calling you a liar. Yeah. It's like, listen, I just want to be better than I was before. I think that each and every day I can get gooder and gooder. And if I keep applying that principle and I'm happy because I'm better than I was last year, then I'm just going to continue to get better. So the most things that have happened in my life, Bill, especially in the last 4 or 5 years, it's way more than I ever dreamed. But on top of that, it's a different direction than I dreamt. So I always tell people, if you're trying to visualize or put together your perfect day in your mind as you're thinking about 4 of the 6-phase meditation, is make sure that you don't want things because other people wanted them. We really have it. Well, Robert's got nice cars, so I guess I'm supposed to want a nice car. You know what I mean? It's like some people live in the mountains, so maybe I want to live in the mountains. Or some people live by the ocean, so maybe I should. No, what do you want? Because you'll find it very, very difficult to visualize other people's stuff.
Yep.
Because you're sort of saying that there's not enough abundance in the world for you to get it too. See, there's where the other scarcity mentality is people believe that there's not enough, that all these people that are the wealthiest people in the world have already taken all the money.
Nope. Plenty for everybody.
Yeah. So when I heard the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, I'm going, if that's true, I need to put myself in a different category. I need to figure out what the rich are doing, right? And so I don't need to become them. So if people think that rich people are greedy, rich people are bad, it's wrong for you to want more, all these negative thoughts that I used to have about money, I was the individual, because I'm uniquely created and no one's got my DNA. I was going to be the person that broke that pattern. That I felt like if I got rich by helping others get what they want in life, then I would get to choose whether the money changed me or whether I choose to give it away or keep it or buy more vehicles. It's like, come on, it's like you do have control over your life, whether you believe that or not. So becoming is huge, Bill. Really, really huge. So proud of you.
Trying to have too much control seemed to be one of my issues that I've experienced in life, is having to know exactly how it's going to happen instead of letting the universe take over and show me how it's happening.
Yeah. And there was another thing that I wanted to throw at you guys, that, Bill, again, is one of those individuals that pulls stuff out of me, which I appreciate and love you for that, Bill. It's like, do you guys realize after doing these videos about, the Dunning-Kruger effect, you know what I mean? It's really changed the way I think about sorting. Because I got to go through a lot of these people to help me find these people. And so how many of you, as you gain more knowledge and become wiser, that you feel like you're not building a group fast enough because you're finding people that don't want this? So then you're spending all your time working with people that are doing this. And so now you're constantly upset at a group of people that won't pull their head out of their ass. when they don't even know their head's in their ass. Does that make sense? And it's like, I'm going like, wow, how I found a way around that early in my life was really because I was pressured for time. When someone said that I could walk up to an individual and say hello, and when they looked interested in me saying hello, that I could very simply say, hey, I was hoping you could do me a huge personal favor. I'm helping a company expand. And the guy I'm working with is looking for people that he can train to make 6 figures without any experience. Do you know of anyone that would like to make that kind of money? I don't have any friends. I don't know anybody. I think this is stupid. This is too good to be true. I know everything. You're not involved in one of those pyramid things. I think this is a scam. See, what we have a tendency of doing, I won't say we, I'll say me, and then you guys can agree if you do this, is at the beginning, I was so desperate, I didn't have time to argue with those people. I think because people have money and they are comfortable and they're doing this part-time, that they feel like it's their job to convince these people. I lucked out. I'm telling you, I'm the luckiest person I know. Because my mentor said, Robert, you just got to get 70 people to watch this short video. So when I reached out to people and said, hey, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor, get away from me. It's like, no, you got to hear me. No, it was like, that person's not interested. It was like that Jim Rohn thing. It's like, if I suck so bad in this industry that I get 1 out of 100, then I don't care if you're one of the 99. It's like, apparently I got to put a lot of people in that category. And so, I remember, that maybe I could have been better, but my mentor made me understand that it was about the numbers. It was about speed. It was about finding people that was interested in. And so I've always had this problem, you guys, with understanding why training is so important. Let that soak in. Because if you could just get someone excited enough after seeing the plan that if they introduced you to as many people as they could, as fast as they could, because you will find the interested person, because the universe is not just blessing Bill and Robert, but they'll bless every one of you if you do the same thing. If I jump off a building, gravity will take me to the ground. And it works the same for you. Laws work the same for everybody. So we always know that there's a bunch of people in the world that have dreamt of and always dream about making 100,000 or making 200,000 or making 300,000. It is so easy to find someone that's already on this path as trying, instead of getting them. You know what I mean? The people that are like, well, it's so simple with sports, isn't it? It's like, listen, I'm going to be a professional dart thrower. Never in the middle of their journey do they go, nah, I guess I could do pool. I guess I could do billiards. I guess it could be bowling. I guess it could be plastic cups. No, it's like, I want to be good at playing darts. Make the decision, find someone that's taught people how to be good dart throwers, and then practice. Practice. I don't want to do all that mundane shit. Why? Well, because it'll take forever. I can't do it. I don't have a good upline. So soon, wouldn't it be neat? I guess I've never said this in a training ever. Just say to people, oh, I understand that you're in the valley of despair. What are you talking about? Google it. Google it. I don't have time. I don't have time. You know what I mean? And the other one that I thought of, Bill, this morning when I was talking to my wife, it's like people, I don't know in the contents that this was said. Maybe you guys can help me. I think it was Albert Einstein. But people say, I'm such a great trainer, or I'm such a great life coach. So you could, I bet you can't teach a fish to climb a tree. Do you guys understand? I never understood that freaking quote ever. Because if you're teaching people that are in the wrong mindset, they're never going to get it. You could talk about leverage, residual, getting paid off, having other people responsible for your income. Here's an aha since Bill brought it up. In my prayer time in meditation this morning, listen to this statement. The people that have the best lives in the world, I'm talking freedom and money, have other people responsible for their income. Now listen to this one. What if you were owner of a publicly held company, like Warren Buffett with Berkshire Hathaway, or Elon Musk with SpaceX or Tesla? By allowing other people to profit off your vision, they get inspired and buy shares of your company and everyone gets wealthy. So the way that you make money is not having money first. It's having a vision that everyone goes, I think this guy's going to pull this off. I'm going to buy some of that stock, whether it's Disney, whether it's Apple, you know. So when you got a lot of people buying your stock, it's what made Mark Cuban a billionaire. He took broadcast.com public, and then Yahoo bought him for a few $1 billion. So that's one way. Another way is having employees. So if you're paying people employees, everyone in the world can say you're the worst company to work for. But the people that you're paying is grateful for you paying them. So if you have hundreds of employees or thousands of employees that you're paying, you have leverage. If you sell stock in your vision, you have leverage. All right. So making a company public is not really duplicatable. And starting a company where you have thousands of employees is not very duplicatable. And then there's this other stupid idea, very stupid idea, that a guy could own a Remax franchise and solicit a bunch of brokers that are 1099 independent contractors. And then they could go out and get a bunch of agents. So if you had 10 brokers that had 10 agents and you have 100 people underneath you that are getting paid 1099, now people are working underneath your business to earn income for them and their families. And because they're 1099, they can work for any broker or any agency. What a concept. So when someone looks at me and they don't understand, I don't understand how you do this. Well, each day, every day, I'm looking for interested people that are interested in supplementing, doubling, or replacing their income. And I don't even need to own the company. Somebody else will 1099 them. I don't know. You guys got a better way to help average people or below average people make money? I'm open to it.
Nope.
The other ones we talked about, you got to have money. You got to have a company. You got to have all this money that you got to spend. It's like, wow. It's like, what an ingenious business model. And so, I don't know, 37 years. So I do know that 98% of people, I mean, honestly, I just have to look at the IRS statements, and I know that there's a lot of people that live in the valley of despair, and they won't even change. That whole thing was about being in the valley of despair. And so then all of a sudden you get upset, and then you quit and you go find another shiny ball, and then you quit that and you quit that and you quit that. When someone came up with this, they never talked about the billions of people that are in the valley of despair, and they just stay there. They don't believe there's another way out. And so that's why it's always been easy for me to ask people if they know anyone that wants to make a lot of money, instead of asking them if they want to buy something from me. I guess I'm just one of those ignorant people on the plateau of stability. So for the first time in my life, I'm going like, now I understand now. People like being in the valley of despair. They tell you they don't, right? But they just keep doing the same stupid stuff over and over again. So all you can do is love them and be patient and listen to them whine and complain about being in the valley of despair. I could go on and on, but I know that someone's sick and tired of getting their ass kicked. They maybe should, go learn martial arts or something. You know what I mean? There's really only two ways that you can stop getting your ass kicked. Don't get around anybody, or to learn to defend yourself. Well, I don't want to do any of those. Okay. Just keep getting your ass kicked. I get it. All right.
Well, I don't whine and complain, brother, but I tell you what, I am tired of getting my ass kicked.
Yeah. That it's really sad that life is just that way. Life is that way. If we're not growing, if we're not focused on something that can change our lives, life kicks our ass. It really, really does. Because if we're not focused on building something and building our empire, then we have too much time to think. We have too much time to plug into social media feed. We have too much time to watch news. We got to keep focused on trying to help other people, because if you don't, then you get beat up.
There you go.
I love you, Mr. Shoemaker.
I love you, Mr. Hollis. Make it an incredible more in 2024.
Yeah, I love that. We're going to have to get Matthew to make up a graphic. More in 24. Craig,
Wow.
back to you.
Thank you so much, and bless you. Thank you so much, Bill, for sharing that with us. More in 24. Love it. Okay, John Tier, let's go ahead. Open up, my friend, and please share with all of us.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Hello, Mr. Tier. How are you?
Much better than I was earlier in the week. That's for sure. Coming off that whole COVID thing. Oh my goodness. It was, last year around this time I had got the same thing, but this was really different,
Wow.
It felt, I was like, all right, then all of a sudden I was not all right. And it was, man,
I'm glad you're back here, man.
For like 2 seconds, I think I checked out of this earth for about 2 seconds. I was laying down, kind of felt my spirit kind of come up, and was like, oh no, not now,
Yeah, I dislike, that's probably the only positive thing about being ill is those times in your life where you're just going like, all right, I'm ready. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
I'd rather check out than feel any pain. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, it was yeah. And so but the thing about it was I did have some time to like really reflect on some things.
Yeah.
And really, I haven't really done a lot on Facebook in this last week. And I've just been kind of focusing on what I want to become and really been swiping left on a lot of things that pop up and even kind of turn the sound down on it and just muted some things because really believe I really began to understand that, all these things are distractions.
Yeah,
They may look like they're doing something, but really they're just taking your focus away from what you really should be doing.
always, always.
I've come to that conclusion. I'm like, man, distraction, distraction. Now there's a question I have. I don't know if you can answer this or if Matt is around can answer this, and because it's about YouTube,
Sure.
whether I should, when I get ready to go back to my YouTube, whether I should do it the way I was doing it before, I do it and then upload it, or whether I should do it live, or both for that matter. Does it make a difference?
So yeah, I would say doing things live requires an audience. So we transitioned over to Facebook or over to YouTube from Facebook. So we were already bringing a audience of watchers. One of the things that's really difficult with YouTube as a platform with doing live streaming is they don't really promote live streams. As if you guys have been on the platform enough, and I said this in the last inner circle, but it's like, when's the last time you when is the last time you saw a live on YouTube that you watched outside of my dad's?
Yeah, it's
So
true.
then you ask yourself, because we're all human, right? So you just think, okay, where do I go for my entertainment? What do I normally do on this platform?
Mm,
Right?
yeah,
So for
yeah.
me on YouTube, I normally consume videos, video essays, those types of things, right? So then it's more so, I would say, make videos and upload them, do that route. And then once you have an audience, then you could start doing live things. If that's something that you're really interested in doing. Not everybody wants to do live streams, right? See,
Mhm.
like the way that we're doing our platform right now on YouTube, and you'll see us do some shifts in 2024, because I know now from analytics that doing just lives is not the way to grow the channel exponentially. And to grow the channel exponentially, you have to have videos and you have to have shorts. And what's so interesting about this is, if we go back to what Evan Carmichael said, or even Alex Hermosi, Evan Carmichael had this really good analogy for it. And it's, the shorts are appetizers, so it's something to get them interested. Videos are the main course and the lives are the dessert.
Okay.
So the
Okay,
reason
I
that
get
you want
that.
to look at it that way is an appetizer is something to just get your appetite taken care of, right? Get you excited for what's to come. So that's what a short should be. A short should be cut out from a main video, or recording specific shorts and saying, I go more into it on this other video. Um, and then the main course is that actual video content that's over 10 minutes long, right? Try to
Okay.
shoot for over 10 minutes,
Okay.
because that's the best area for watch time.
Okay.
Then dessert is going to be the live. The live aspects are the community aspect of YouTube. This is where you get to interact with the people that are following you in real time, which you guys get to do with my dad here right now.
Okay.
So when you look at it in those three pillars, it's like, okay, if you're missing the main course, they're getting dessert and they're getting the appetizer, but they're not getting the main chunk that they need, right? The main chunk
Okay.
that will bring new people to the channel. So if you looked at our analytics, our shorts have grown exponentially and the lives have grown a little bit. But it's interesting every time we upload a video just how much more views we get, because now we're going, oh, we have all these new subscribers that are going, hey, a new video showed up in my feed. As where with a live, if you're not on YouTube when that live is happening, they're not going to promote the replay to you.
Okay.
It's just because if you think about it, how many people are live streaming on YouTube on a daily basis or a daily basis? A lot, right?
Mhm.
So it's like if a bunch of people are streaming on YouTube on a daily basis, the platform's just not going to promote live streams. It's not a live streaming platform. So
Okay.
what is it going to lean more into? It's going to lean more into the two things that make it the most money, which is not live streaming. It's video content and shorts.
Okay. Because it's
So
a
that's
search
just how the
engine.
algorithm works. Yeah. So
I thought of another thing, Matt, while you're saying
Sure.
that, because I learn from Matt every time he talks. So I love and appreciate you, Matt.
I
Um,
appreciate you.
when I'm doing a live, when I'm doing a live, if the live is getting close to that 25-minute mark, a thing will pop up. And when it pops up, it says, we're going to run an ad in the next minute, right?
I've seen the ad.
I'm going, okay. So that means that in the entire 20, 25 minutes that I've been doing the live, they're not running anything on it because they're notifying me that they're going to do it, right? And I'm sitting there going like, wow, they're not doing anything with the lives. But the lives are also the place where people want to watch me live. You know what I mean? So like Matt said, there's a reason to do lives if you have an audience. There's probably not a lot of people that have live people show up on their podcast because a majority of the people that do podcasts record them and then upload them.
Right. Yeah. Doing a podcast live is very rare, and that's normally because the longer you do live content, think about it this way. The longer you do a live, the more you have to justify the engagement and the entertainment of them staying.
Yeah, I
And
get that.
every single 30 minutes that goes by, you have to re-justify them staying. So when you see someone that's very good at live streaming or doing something live, that's a perfected art of keeping people's attention for a long period of time, keeping them entertained.
Yeah.
That's a skill you have to work on because with live, especially if it's just you, there's going to be a lot of dead air sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, where you just are not talking about anything. And that's why a lot of people, I'm talking if you go long, So on the other hand, if you edit together a video or even if you just sit in front of the camera and do 30 minutes, right? And then upload it or try to clean it up. There's a lot of AI tools like I've shared to help you do that even for free. So yeah, it's just a learning process, but I definitely would recommend if you're going to take YouTube seriously in 2024, definitely focus more on video content over 10 minutes, cut shorts out of those videos that are about 30 to 60 seconds.
Right.
If you really, really want to do well on YouTube, I recommend don't cut any shorts from those content and make shorts specific for those 60 seconds and then make videos specific for videos and then make the live something where your following can interact with you.
Wait a minute,
see
Matt,
the lives. Yeah, go ahead.
Matt, you just said something.
Sure.
You said, man, I'm sorry, something with the shorts because it triggered something in my mind. Because let me share this with you. So now I have some.
Yeah, you purposely do a short. You purposely come up with a subject.
Okay.
And you talk less than a minute.
Okay, so the reason why that just caught my attention is because I don't know, Robert, if I shared this link with you. A little while ago, you kind of took off for a minute, and so I did a whole video series, and I called it "Common Concerns." But each one of them were about a minute to about I was just answering objections, and they were about a minute to 2 minutes apart. And so it's about 10 or 12 videos that I did on MDC just with common concerns. Would that be considered like doing like shorts?
It would. I mean, I would say too, John, and I said this even to Lisa Marie. If you're going into making content creation, man, if you just want to focus on making 60-second shorts and not uploading any videos, you can absolutely grow and build a following on YouTube just doing shorts. You don't need to do long video content.
I've run into channels that don't have any videos on them.
Yeah, it's just shorts.
They got 21,000 subscribers and millions of views. And I click on video and then click on where I was going to click on video and then most popular. And I click on video and there's nothing. And I'm going, there's no videos. And then I click on shorts and that's where all their content is. No podcast, no podcasts, no extra channels, no lives.
No, there's people right now making a full-time income off shorts on YouTube without any face or their own voice, just with AI. So they're thinking up great ideas, and then they're just utilizing AI for voice and for writing the script and for, the visuals, and then uploading shorts. Now, is YouTube going to change the way that works for advertising? Absolutely. Absolutely. They're already thinking about what they're going to do as far as that AI stuff goes. So I don't recommend going that route because it's kind of like oversaturated.
Right.
Just try to build a following of your own, but those making specific short content, absolutely. Like
Okay.
if you watch any of Alex Hermosi's shorts, there is no way he cut those from other videos. He's sitting down in front of the camera and shooting those shorts back to back to back. Maybe he's spending an hour or two a week shooting 10 or 15 of them. And then guess what? Now I have 15 days worth of shorts to upload or more if you want to upload. I wouldn't recommend going more than 6 shorts a day either.
Okay.
So think about it this way. You have to shoot 6 minutes of content a day. Do you think that's possible?
Oh man, look. I like I said, I've shot, 3, 4, 5 videos, that are longer than that. And I've done like 2-minute videos, 6, 4, 5, 6 of them right in a row, one right behind each other. I just set my camera up and, I've got my lighting and all of that, and I just go for it. And whatever I want to talk about on my channel now. I mean, I think I've got I haven't done anything in probably about 4 or 5 years, but I've got like 186 subscribers or something like that.
That's good. Yeah.
One of my largest video had like 49,000 views on it. So
awesome. Yeah, I would say just continue to watch as the shorts go. If you haven't yet, one of the best tools I would recommend for starting YouTube is vidIQ.
Okay.
Because if you don't know like jack about titles, about ideas, about anything like that, if you just sign up for vidIQ, it will help you with so many of those content ideas nowadays.
Yeah.
So if you're just starting out and you're going, man, what do I talk about today? Open vidIQ and it'll have like 5 recommendations based off your channel of things you could talk about.
Yeah.
And use ChatGPT too and just go, hey, okay, this is the topic. Throw that into GPT and say, can you make me 5 bullet points around this topic? And then read those 5 bullet points and think about, what you want to say specific to you or to your audience. But another really great idea too is to just specifically go after things that are doing really well right now, trends and things like that, which vidIQ will help you with too. So, but it's so easy to get subscribers if you're making shorts, especially if you revolve around a story, John. So say you've experienced something in your life or someone else has, and you get to tell a story. My dad told that story about the lemon juice bank robber, right?
Yeah.
And that's just a joke story, right? I cut that. I took the time to take that, and it was a 3-minute story and edit it down to 59 seconds. It's so far today at almost 6,000 views as a short and gotten us 15 subscribers. All my dad is doing in that situation is telling a story with humor and the way that he does it. And that's engaging enough for 15 people to subscribe just like that. So something to think about. If you're doing that 6 times a day, that gives you 6 shots. And don't freak out if you don't get any views at the beginning or you don't get subscribers.
Right.
Watch for the ones that you do and double down on that approach. So
I don't even know how I got the subscribers I had. I was just shooting content just to be shooting it for
exactly though. People don't
company at that
they
time.
overthink it.
Right.
Yeah, they overthink it. They go, okay, I need to sit in front of the camera and think of what I want to say. And the reality is, if someone can make a full-time $1 million income live streaming for 6+ hours a day, when that dead air exists, then absolutely, if you have value and wisdom, you're going to build a following if you're consistent enough. That's
awesome.
It's an inevitability. And the thing is don't get down if you're not getting views. Watch for the things that do get views. And then, like I said, double down on those ideas. If you want to do a long form video, very easy to figure out what long form video to do. Look at the shorts that you did that are great and expand on those topics. If you go, well, how do I expand on that story or on that topic? Ask GPT how. That's it. So,
I mean, this is so different than few number of years ago when this stuff didn't exist.
A year ago. Yeah.
When you had to think of everything yourself and then sit it in and edit it and get it just right.
Thumbnails too. vidIQ will help you make thumbnails and you don't need thumbnails for shorts. So
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Actually, this is really gonna
Yeah.
be fun. You know,
And it's
And
also
John-
like, honestly, it's the future as well, you guys. Like the future of the way that the internet will work as AI continues to expand is, I believe storytelling is going to be a whole career. And whether it's working with AI to make amazing trailers, amazing art, amazing commercials for brands, or whatever it may be, there is going to be a whole industry of storytellers, and they're going to be on these social media platforms, and they're going to make millions of dollars doing it. And they're not going to need a team of 10 people to do it. They'll be able to do it by themselves. So that's something to keep in mind. The sooner you start growing that community and that following, John, even if it's around music or any of your passions, 5 years from now, if you're consistent at that, a lot of old opportunities will no longer exist, but that brand new opportunity will exist, and you'll be there and you'll be ready. So that's all. That's basically all the information I got. So
that was great.
Thank
Man,
you,
that was
Matt.
awesome.
Yeah, and
Yeah, of
and John,
course.
I would also add, because you kind of alluded to it, but I just want to make sure that you understand that if you're doing YouTube Shorts, 59 seconds,
Right.
okay? Anything more than that, YouTube will not consider a short, and you get pulled out of that category. So
Mhm.
just for everyone to be aware, Matt, thank you so much for
That was
just
good.
saying,
That was
oh
awesome.
my God, that
yeah,
was
well, I have
incredible.
actually one last thing to say, piggybacking off what Craig said. With shorts, you guys, that you have to get to, I think it's 1 million or 2 million watch time hours with shorts to get a monetized channel.
Oh, okay.
It's not the end of the world, but it does take a little bit of time. It's more than videos. You need 1,000 subscribers, I believe, to do to be monetized from YouTube for your videos. So say you're monetized, right? And you upload a short and it gets 1 million views. How much do you guys think you make off that? Anybody want to guess?
I don't know. I have no idea how they pay. So
$1,000. So if you
Really?
get 1 million, if you get 1 million hits, and this is where people are making a full-time income, right? They take 6, 7 different ideas, put them together with AI, and when you upload them, they're getting a certain amount of views and they're getting money out of it. Now, if you upload actual video and it gets 1 million views, guess how much money that is? It's way more, right?
yeah.
So I would always recommend starting with shorts, but then if you actually want to make income from ad revenue, you definitely want to switch over to videos at some point. If you want to make money off your following, right? Say you have a funnel, you have something to sell, then you don't need to transition over to videos. You could stay at shorts. Just promote, just like Alex Hormozy does. He's like, hey, acquisition.com. So I mean, he wears it in every video. It's everywhere. He doesn't even have to put it on the screen or in the description because it's on his hat, it's on his shirt, it's on everything. So
It's on his breathing strips on his nose.
right. So yeah, I appreciate you, John. Great question.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I mean, wow, this is how the wealthy think. This is how they mastermind, right?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It,
This is
it
awesome.
it's thank you, Matthew. That was great knowledge. And when I was talking about a little bit with Bill about making you guys sort of think outside the box as far as how many people you have responsible for your income, right? So all of a sudden you think shareholders and employees. Wow, that I never thought about that. How about subscribers? So in my opinion, in the years to come, no matter how fast AI grows or how slow AI grows, do you guys realize that people right now that have the most subscribers are like, I never believed this in a million years, that we would see people, not that I don't watch a lot of TV or news, but sometimes when I watch like even something recently like 2020 or something, and they go, well, right now we're going to bring on this incredible couple. It's Peter and Linda. And the reason that Peter and Linda is on the show today is because they have 12.2 million followers on their YouTube channel. And right away people go, oh my God, if they got 12.2 million subscribers on YouTube, they know something. Isn't that crazy? That
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're now in a world where people go, "Oh, I created a YouTube channel and I don't have any subscribers." So it's an immediately identity to if this person has a lot of followers or have a lot of subscribers, that there's some people to look at.
Hmm. Yeah,
And so
yeah.
that's what I've been telling people when you're messaging on Facebook. It's like, why not do something simple like Mary did with the video? That every time someone went to your Facebook profile, they seen you had 4,998 friends. They're like, I don't even know how to get 20 friends. See, it immediately puts you in a place where they're like, oh my God, I did, so I never thought that in a blink of an eye, people would go, well, the Jenners and the Kardashians are billionaires because all combined, their social medias and YouTube have over 1 billion subscribers. And then you hear this message. I think they have 422 billion views.
Robert, that just goes to show you, what, there's an audience for everybody, and you just
Yeah,
have to believe that there's people who will relate to what you say.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's all it really comes down to. A lot of times I think people think that when you do videos, and I only learned this because I started doing videos, is that there's certain people who will listen to me and certain people who won't. But
right.
the ones who listen to me, those are the ones who relate to me. And
Totally.
and that's your audience, that's your tribe, if you will, or your vibe. So that's one of the things that got me out of like saying, oh man, I wonder if people are gonna look. No, I just go and shoot, and who shows
Oh,
up are the people who relate to me.
yeah. And it's like, when I did that video of me laughing about a guy in the back of a pickup truck, I don't know if you guys have seen that video. Got like 66,000 views, but that video got bought from me from a company called Junkin Media. And they put it in a bunch of other clips, and some of them have like 44 million views.
Hmm.
And I just thought, you know, I don't think that video would have done as well, and someone wouldn't have bought that from me and paid me. I think the highest check I got from that was like $600 one month.
Okay.
And so it is pretty funny to me that I don't think that you could plan a video like that.
No.
You see what I mean? We do know some people out there that put quite a bit of creativity into creating videos to get a lot of views, like Mr. Beast.
Hmm.
But the videos that are just you coming off the cuff, and just saying, "Oh my God, I just watched this video online, and this is what I think." It's like funny to me that you guys can see videos that got millions of views, and it's only because of a person's reaction to the video that they're watching. You
You,
know
you
what I
know
mean?
what? I've seen like whole channels now. I find myself people watching other people. Like one of the funniest things to me is watching some of the younger generation listen to music that I grew up with that they had never heard of.
Oh,
I
wow.
love
And
those too, John.
and they
Yeah.
sit there and they say, "Oh wow, did you hear that?" And oh man, that guy is just. And I just laugh so much because I'm like, I can't believe these guys are just freaking out on this song that's like about 20
Yeah,
years old. You know?
right. I watched one the other day, John, similar where it was like a bunch of young people reacted to Purple Rain. It's like you're like, "Oh man, imagine the first time hearing Purple Rain."
Oh my goodness,
Such a great
yes,
song.
yeah. Oh, thank you
Awesome.
so much, you
Love you
guys.
guys.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much. I
Matt.
really
Thank you,
appreciate
John.
it, Matt. Man, you're the genius, man. Robert, thank you.
You bet. Greg?
All right, John, thank you so much. What a great topic, and wow, I love how these things all always stimulate other ideas and other topics and other discussions. And in fact, let's see, Jamie Romine said, and Matt, you may want to chime in on this just to make sure, especially after this discussion that we just had. Is there a key amount of time for the shorts, like 45 seconds to 59 seconds?
Yeah, it depends on what content you're talking about, right? And what audience you're going for. So if there's something that you can say in 30 seconds, you should say it in 30 seconds. If there's something that you can't say without hitting that 59 seconds, then that's fine. But I think it's good and to think of it as kind of like a kill your darlings kind of situation, right? Where if you're doing something and you're trying to make a point and you're in editing and maybe you went a minute, 2 minutes. If you're at that point and you're looking at it and you're like, I can get away with saying this without these 3 other parts in here, cut them out. So that video that I was just talking about with the lemon juice story, that whole story took my dad 3 minutes to say. Well, I'm not going to edit it into 3 parts because no one's going to watch all 3 parts. So I have to get that 3 minutes to 59 seconds, right? How do I do that? There's certain parts of the story that people just don't need to know. Okay. So I'm looking at it and there's a part in that where my dad talks about him being seen on television from the cameras. We don't need to know that element because we already know how stupid the concept of someone putting lemon juice on their face to be invisible is. We don't need to know that he also was seen on television to be arrested. So I cut that part out. You don't need that element, even though it's in there smack in the middle of him telling the story. If I cut around it and the audience doesn't need it to get the punchline of the joke and to get the punchline of the story, then it doesn't need to be there. And that takes time and iteration, right? Watching it over and over and going, does this all flow together and make sense? But no, there's no real perfect time for a short. It's just a matter of how you want to structure the information. And if you can get away with doing it shorter, always do it. I've uploaded shorts where my dad says a whole entire point and it's like 12 seconds long and it's still gotten great views and engagement. Doesn't need to be 59 seconds to do that. So yeah, that would be my answer. So
Yeah. And Matt, I'm going to follow this up a little bit too. How many edits did it take for you to take that 3-minute video to get it down to 59 seconds?
So I
Approximately.
used to go about things by throwing them in Adobe Premiere, which is a really big editing software, and I would edit it down, and that would take me a lot of time. Now I take the YouTube URL and throw it in a program called Vizard. It's an AI program that allows me to edit very quickly and export very quickly, even attaching it to the channels, and it writes the description, it writes the title, the everything, right? So it'll even do AI clips, but those AI clips from the video sometimes are not great. It's not really there yet. So what I like to do is just give it the video, let it transcribe it, and then I just put it into, instead of landscape, I put it into 9:16, which is what fits in shorts, right? Aspect ratio. And then I just go through and you can actually copy certain amounts of the text, and click right in it, make a clip. I'll actually make a video about this at some point, but it's very easy to use and they have tutorials all over the place on that site on how to use it. But it allows you to really go through and make clips really fast out of something and add stylish text to them and headlines and everything. So before I used to have to do all this in Premiere. Now I can do it with AI and it takes me maybe an hour to get through all of those. And I'm not just talking about the lemon juice story. It took me an hour to make 6 total shorts out of that 30-minute video. So you can edit stuff really, really fast. It also takes an eye. It's not like something you can just do. I've edited a lot of videos in my time, so I have kind of an eye for what needs to be there and what doesn't need to be there, but you'll train yourself on that by practice. So sooner you start, the sooner you'll get better.
Fantastic. And you say Vizard. Now, there is a cost to Vizard, right?
Yeah. It's funny, Siri just trying to talk to me. But no, there is a cost to Vizard. It's like $30 a month for the low plan and $60 a month for the larger plan. Most people can get away with the low plan. There's also a free version of it where they have everything's watermarked, right? So if you guys actually go to roberthollis.com/AI, that's roberthollis.com/AI. We have all the AI tools we use there, including Vizard and what we use them for. Yeah. So if you go to that also, we have affiliate links there. So you'd be helping us out as a channel grow and stuff if you sign up through any of those links. So if you are going to check them out, I highly recommend doing that through there, so you can not only support us and support the orphanages and stuff that we're pushing and helping. So
I don't know if I'm comfortable with you giving all our secrets away, Matt. You know what I mean?
well, anything that I've learned about this software is that in 3 months I'll be teaching people a new version of this. So
Yeah,
I'm not worried about giving anything out.
it keeps learning and we keep learning. So again, thanks,
Yeah.
Matt. I love you.
Yeah,
And
no
thank
problem.
you
Love you
very
too.
much. Thank you so much, Matt. Appreciate you. And I did put the link in both chats. So there you go. The roberthollis.com/AI link. So fantastic. Okay. Another hand just went up, and it's a
Great.
duo that are going to share with us. Peter and Linda, I see you there with your hand raised. Go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Hello, how's
Hi,
everybody?
Hi, Peter. Hi, Linda.
Good to see you.
Y'all can hear us, right?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Y'all can hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I got a quick question for either you and or Matt and or even Craig. But first, thank you for this amazing ammo. We appreciate you and everything that you all do for us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Love you.
All
Very
this learning and educating, we're implementing, and we're going full speed. So we're kind of revamping, kind of rebranding ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're restarting, well, not restarting, but revamping our YouTube channel. So what we were planning to do is, one of our things is we're going to do a podcast kind of thing, or a vidcast of relationship kind of things, like support, help, kind of
Sharing our journey. our
Yeah.
experience.
She says
Yeah.
it better. But so my question is what would you recommend? Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, or all three live?
Boy, Matt.
So I would recommend YouTube, only because I think as far as any of the platforms go, YouTube is by far the best place, I think, to build an actual podcast, unless if you guys are just, and they've made this easier and easier to the point where you can actually inside your channel pick podcasts, and you'll see on the top bar that podcast is an option on your channel now. So you can actually put content specifically in there and still upload videos like I was talking about, or get shorts from your guys' podcast. But no, relationship podcasts do really well on YouTube because there's a lot of people that have questions and stuff like that. So I highly recommend trying it on there, and then just funneling any cuts of that content to Instagram and to other things, but always link back to YouTube as like your main platform for growth. Another option, Craig's been trying to get us to do this for a while, but another option too is to, once you've got your podcast going, get it on Apple and get it on Spotify and stuff in audio format, because some of those platforms you can also really grow on as well.
And
for podcasts.
Buzzsprout is the one that I know that a friend of mine does use, that literally goes to all of those podcasting platforms.
Buzzsprout?
Buzzsprout. Yes. You put your
Is this
broadcast
sponsored by the Jolly Green Giant?
It's
For Hempworks.
it's part of the brand.
There we go.
Right.
I still have, it is green colored, but I still have yet to see any leaves on it. Or should we leave that alone? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm just being me.
No.
Yeah.
That's all right.
We love it.
We gotta have fun, man. If we don't have fun, we'll just end up going crazy.
Yeah, I
Well,
noticed
same with
when
your
I
guys'
watched,
podcast. I was gonna say, just
I
have fun
watched
with
Jim
it.
Rowan. I watched a Jim Rowan podcast recently, and the video was also, Craig. The video was also on Spotify.
Oh.
Yeah, the gentleman that I help with another podcast, he uses the Buzzsprout format, and it goes to Spotify, Prime, Apple. It just goes all over the place. And YouTube is a great way because we record it on YouTube. because we get the whole thing right here with maybe
Got it.
even an audience. And then we take the audio from it. And this is where using Zoom is really, really good. We take the audio from it because Zoom can split away the audio from the video. And then you can do whatever minor editing you need to do for the audio format of it. You can also put it out on video, and because now YouTube allows for video podcasts, which is what we do here, and it works. So there's a lot of, this whole thing about the podcast has just gone so fantastically well for a lot of people.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Well, Craig, you need to do whatever you can to get us on the giant format. Just get us on that Jolly Green thing going.
Well, we will talk about that then.
It sounds more like a HempWorks kind of thing.
I think it's all about the Jolly when I think about it.
Well, the Jolly, of course, is the end result.
Yeah.
The positive end result.
Did that help you, Peter and Linda?
That
Yes,
did
thank you
help.
so much,
Thank
yeah.
you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, we're trying to grow when we hear that Lisa Marie already has like a huge following on her YouTube, and she started
Like
so
400 plus
Yeah,
videos.
and it's like,
That was such a great slap in the face. So
Oh, yeah.
thank you for
Yeah.
saying that for your testimony.
Like, our YouTube-
I love that because it's also when people see that, Corky Santa now on TikTok has like 1.5 million viewers, or it's just crazy. It's that
Crazy.
it's I see the way that you two interact with each other, and I think that you guys would be great on a relationship channel, big time.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, because I know there's got be a lot of women out there that want to try to figure out how do you just put up, with this kind of.
Goodbye. Oh, I love you so much.
Yeah.
You guys are great. I love you. I love you. Well, hey, I didn't want to keep people too long here. If we, we can go ahead and let people get back to their New Year's weekend, and I just love and appreciate you guys all. It's been an incredible year, and I know we keep making it gooder and gooder. And I just want each and every one of you to, let's stop the bullying, right? All right. So let's stop that. We got, another 2 days to beat the shit out of ourselves for not doing what we were supposed to do last year. And we also get to look at all the things that distracted us. Let's not spend a lot of time on that and spend a majority of our time like, the strangest secret in the world. You just got to really imagine and get emotionally involved with the people that you're going to become this time next year. And if some of you do it correctly, you'll be doing your own AMA with your own audience, right? So that's one of the things that you just keep touching and impacting more people. And I still believe this, and I hope you do, that if I can do it, I know you can. So thank you so much for making our 23 a record-breaking year, and I pray that for you for 24, more than 24. Craig, back to you.
All right, I'm just wrapping up the there we go, that post.
Please do.
So, can we drop our channel here? You mean Peter and Linda? Yes. What is your channel? In fact, if you give me a moment, I can probably find it if it's a YouTube channel. Is it Peter and Linda or what? Nope, they're looking, or they're going to
make sure you post your YouTube channel and not your OnlyFans channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's Total Upgrade. Okay, hang on a second. Because there's that's it. There it is.
I love that. I love that name. Total Upgrading. I like that.
Peter and Linda YouTube channel.
Oh, you put it.
We got to post it not just here in the Zoom chat, but we got to post it up here in the YouTube.
There you go.
Boom. So we got it. Fantastic. That's why I'm sorry it took me a little long to wrap up, but I wanted to make sure, especially since we're going to do this, that we share their channel with everybody while we've got it. So, wow. What a great way to end 23. And it's not the end yet. We still have, like Robert said, we still have a few more days to make 23 amazing, and 24 is going to be even more amazing. Why? Because you're involved with us. We appreciate you very much. You help make this work, and it's because of you. You give us the inspiration, and we appreciate you so, so very much. I got to give a shout out to Bill Shoemaker, John Tier, Jamie Romine, Peter and Linda for participating in today's AMA, and of course to Mathew Hollis. Matt, your information, invaluable. Thank you for being our amazing executive producer of our program. For those of you that want to save the chats, if you're watching on YouTube, it's already there. It's in the chat, or it will be the information that we shared will be in the description below this video as soon as it ends. If you want to join us on the Inner Circle, click on the join button that's below, or go to roberthollis.com/join. Either way, you'll become part of the Inner Circle. We do a lot more in the Inner Circle, and we'd love to have you there with us. If you're here watching us on Zoom and you want to save the chat, it's very simple. Click on the 3 dots that are in the chat, and then click on Save Chat. And as soon as we finish, all of the information that we shared will download to you. And again, I'm going to say, watch this video one more time, because boy, the information that was shared, especially from Matt and from each one of you, is so valuable. Thank you for participating in this amazing AMA. And Robert, oh my gosh, my friend, bless you.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
my brother.
Thank you guys so much. I think the final thing that needs to be said before we open this up and let everybody say so long, Happy New Year, and let's do more in 24.
Yeah.
There's the unmute, and thank you all so very much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and happy birthday, Craig.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Matthew.
Happy,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
John,
you,
Bill,
Matthew.
Peter, and Linda.
Bless
Right,
you all
guys.
very much.
Mike, Jody, Jerome, Kai.
See,
Kai.
I get to be the one
See
to
you
say
next
see you guys
year.
next year. Right.
See
Oh,
you next
damn,
year,
someone
Robert.
beat me.
Coach Curtis, Daniel, Jamie, James. Let me see here. They bounced
Bye,
around.
Robert.
Bye-bye. Hola. Hola. Hey,
Hola.
Arthur. Thank you. God bless you guys. See you soon. See you, Diane.